Scooby-Doo, Mummies at the Mall. By Gail Herman, illustrated by Duendes del Sur. The Coolsville Mall was packed. Scooby-Doo, Shaggy, and the gang stood in front of a crowd of people. "Let's figure out what we want to do," said Shaggy, "before we get squeezed any tighter." "How many hot dogs can you find in this book?" "Keep an eye out." All at once, the crowd moved through the set of doors. "Oh," said Daphne, "we're in front of the movie theater." "The movie must be about to start," said Velma. Fred nodded. "We should go." Shaggy pointed onto the movie poster. "Mummies and on the Loose is playing," he shivered. "Like, we'll catch you later. Scoob and I will find something else to do." Shaggy and Scooby stopped in a pet store. 2 dogs were being groomed. "Here for a day of beauty?" Shaggy asked Scooby. Scooby shook his head. "Roll away." Next, they went to a store called Snooze City. Shaggy and Scooby gazed at the cozy beds, soft pillows, and thick blankets. Scooby yawned. Shaggy stretched. 40 winks sounds pretty good to me. What do you think, good buddy? Good buddy? Shaggy whirled around. Scooby wasn't there. Then Shaggy spotted him. He had run outside. He was seated in front of the giant hot dog. "Hey, that's just a guy in a costume," said Shaggy. The hot dog guy handed Shaggy a flyer. All you can eat day at Coolsville Mall," Shaggy read. "Go to any restaurant, eat till you're stuffed. All for one price. First stop, Big Burger," Shaggy shouted, leading Scooby into a restaurant. The hours passed, burger by burger. Finally, Scooby and Shaggy came out. Scooby patted his belly. "Had enough?" Shaggy asked. "Well, just in case, I stashed some burgers in my pockets." Next came the hot dog hut, then Sausage Shack. Each time it was the same. The friends stuffed themselves, and Shaggy stuffed his pockets. Finally, they waddled out of the barbecue pit. "That mummy movie will be over soon," Shaggy said to Scooby. Let's go meet the gang." All at once, shouts rang through the mall. Heavy footsteps echoed all around. Thud, thud, thud. They grew louder and louder. Scooby's ears quivered. "Hey, relax, good buddy," Shaggy laughed. "Look, it's just a hot dog guy." But something was behind him. 2 somethings, wrapped in bandages. "Mummies!" yelled Scooby. "Mummies!" yelled Shaggy. "The mummies are chasing the hot dog guy," Shaggy said, "so we should be safe." But the hot dog guy had disappeared. Now the mummies were after them. "Zoinks!" yelled Shaggy. "Run!" The chase was on, past the restaurants, past Snooze City. There were pillows everywhere. "The mummies must have torn the place up," said Shaggy. They raced past the pet store. The mummies had struck there too. Shaggy pointed to a sports store. "Let's hide in there." The buddies ran inside. They twisted around to check for mummies. Crash! They slammed into a huge pile of tennis balls. Balls rolled everywhere. Shaggy and Scooby couldn't run. They couldn't even stand. Find the difference between Scooby on this page and the one below. "The mummies are coming closer." Finally, Shaggy and Scooby grabbed tennis rackets. "Service!" shouted Shaggy as they swung balls and cleared the path. "Now let's go." "Quick!" Shaggy called to Scooby. "In here!" They raced into Coolsville clothes. They slipped in big coats and floppy hats. "Great disguise," said Shaggy. "The mummies will never find us now." Thud, thud. "Right!" Scooby cried. The mummies were smarter than they thought. They were coming towards them. Shaggy and Scooby sped out of the door. "There's the gang," said Shaggy. Scooby jumped into Daphne's arms. "Excuse me, sir," said Daphne. "Can I help you?" You can help us, said Shaggy. He and Scooby whipped off their disguises. What's going on? Asked Fred. In a flash, Shaggy explained about the mummies, how they made a mess out of the pet store in Snooze City, how they chased the hot dog guy, and now they were chasing them. Said Velma, thinking it was over. Then Fred wrinkled his nose. What's that smell? Shaggy pulled out hamburgers and hot dogs from his pockets. Leftovers? Find the 3 soda cups in the scene, and then find 2 more on the following pages. Just then, a pet store worker ran over. Have you seen King and Queen? He asked. 2 of our dogs disappeared. Oh no, wailed Shaggy. The mummies got them. Thud, thud. And here they come. For us. Velma stepped in between Shaggy, Scooby, and the mummies. She held up her hand. Stay. The mummies stopped. Wow, said Shaggy. Those mummies are good listeners. They're not mummies, Velma said. They're King and Queen. And I think they're hungry. They must have thought the hot dog guy was a real hot dog. And the 2 of you smell like, well, she pointed into the food, like lunch. But they sure look like mummies, Shaggy said. Velma pulled off the bandages. These are sheets. They must have run into Snooze City and gotten wrapped up while they were making a mess. Poor thing, said Daphne. Shaggy looked at Scooby and shrugged. Then he gave the dogs all the food. There goes our snack, he sighed. But I'm not afraid of mummies anymore. Hey, Scoob, how about we get some popcorn? Scooby-Dooby-Doo.